Nice and steady. Don't crash yet. Don't crash. It's not time. Hey! Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust talking about that Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, next generations, and everything in between. And today we've got official word on when Power Surge is going to start trickling in on PTB, also known as Public Testing Branch. Also when we're going to get our stability fix and some custom event servers, things like Builder's Paradise, etc. Will be moving over to main branch, and also when we're going to get that stability fix that's coming in. Crazy, right? I know. Finally, right? And this communication's fantastic. High five. By the way, I do have merch down in the carousel down below, either on your mobile phone or in the browser. All those proceeds go back into funding the channel and support me. And, you know, if you're in the market for it, check it out. You know what I mean? All right, so let's go ahead. And, yeah, we have a devlog 11. I'm like, what am I doing? So, yeah, this is mad exciting. Yeah. Okay, let's just get right into it. Okay, devlog 11. Happy Halloween, survivors. October is coming to an end, and I have another update for you on what's been going on with the development of Rust CE. The devlog, will focus on the recent fixes as well as expand a little bit more on what you can expect from the Rust Console Edition in the future. Says it looks like a lot of you are having fun with the Halloween event. Remember, you have until November 3rd to participate in it and enjoy the exclusive items introduced for this spooky time of year. We want to do more events like this and keep improving on them because clearly you like them. We want to provide the best and most fun for all of you. Ooh, there we go. Cheerios? It says, what have we been working on? The short answer is bug fixes, stability, and performance in the last couple of months since the release of Oceanbound. We've been doing everything we can to fix as many issues as possible, i.e. things like the boat sound crashing. That's a big deal, like doing cargo ship with no sound. You have to do a hard restart. Awesome that they're going to be addressing that. We've released 4 updates with a huge amount of fixes in each one in order to improve the game for our player base. The end goal of any development team is to always have a bug-free game that works 100% of the time with no crashes, but sometimes even minor fixes can introduce brand new issues on a live service game. Knowing that, we've been acting fast anytime that happens. That's true. We did have some major exploits that were out there. I think they talk about that here in a second, but that's like a huge deal. I know we still have some other pending things, but I'm really glad they came in there and fixed that. Things like undermeshing, that was great that they came in and fixed it quickly. All major exploits have been resolved, and the total amount of bugs at the moment is much smaller than it was a few months ago. The feedback after the release of Update 1.54 has been very positive, which makes us really happy. In fact, our last monthly wipe had such a massive influx of players that our servers were having trouble connecting everyone to the game. Says we only want to thank you. We can only thank you for all the support you've been showing Rust Console Edition. What comes next? This is very, very exciting. Like we mentioned, bug fixing is the next main focus of the team. With that said, some of the developers have continued work on the electricity update, also known as Power Surge. We plan to release part of Power Surge on Staging Branch before the end of the year. Plans might change as we get closer to release. Real quick, before we keep punching through, that's interesting that they said, and RazorTube called it, we were talking about this, and he said they're going to roll out these in segments. This is even way before they started talking about it. I was like, you know what? I think you're right, and sure enough, they are. Hey, you know what? Because Power Surge is so just linked to things like custom servers, I say the quicker we can just get it and start this process, the better for everybody, even if it's broken, because it's like on PTB and stuff, right? I mean, that's what it's for. But anyways, let's go ahead and hammer through this. I don't want this to be terribly long. Staging Branch soon, early November, we plan to release an update for Staging Branch to test a lot of bug fixes and performance-enhancing changes. Shadows, lights, and water reflection will all be added and improved in order to increase the performance. We've also added a few tweaks to this upcoming update in order to reduce the frame stutters. These changes should help make the gameplay experience feel a lot smoother. Nice. Then mid-November, we plan to introduce changes based on player feedback for target practice servers and Builder's Paradise servers. In the last devlog, we mentioned that some of these server types would be coming to main branch, but in order for us to do that, we need to make sure the players have a solid experience with them. The changes we plan to introduce should improve the experience a lot, and then get the servers ready for main branch release. Finally, at the end of November, we will bring Power Surge update to the Staging Branch, also known as PTB. so players can test it out. More details will be made available once we are ready. Nice. Okay, so like we got this thing split. Power Surge is coming to PTB first. Actually, let's back that up for a second. No, you know what? We'll give it the rundown here in a minute. Let's go back in here and chill on the inside. Yeah, because remember, we have two pieces. We have the main branch and PTB, and they're going to be going kind of at the same time. So a lot of stuff is going to happen here in November. Very, very exciting. I'm so excited for Power Surge. I'm so excited to see what these custom event servers are like for everybody. But it's also going to be a nice prelude into us kind of seeing what some of this custom server stuff is going to be like. And again, I'm sure they're going to announce this as it comes in. And there is a separate team working on custom servers. So yeah, I just think we're going to see a lot of little clues as they start to come through with a lot of this stuff, especially with Power Surge, because it's such a big deal. Because Power Surge and custom servers are linked. Power Surge has to come before custom servers do. They have to make sure it's stable. So the fact that we're just getting to this is, it's so good. I'm very excited. I'm like sweaty. At the end of November, we plan, did we already get this one? Early November. Okay, so main branch, I'm sorry. At the end of November, we plan to have a bug-fixing performance update on the main branch. The changes for this update will be hand-picked from staging branch stability update to make sure we can control and maintain the stability over the Christmas season. In December, we plan to introduce the event servers on main branch, with the first being the target practice event server will rotate from time to time, but they will not have a fixed schedule. Only one type of event will be available at a time. Okay, that's cool. So it looks like we got a couple things. Looks like there will be a Christmas event. They kind of said that, but I can already tell you that they've been working on it just from the stuff we've seen. That it looks like the custom event servers are going to be things like Target Practice and Builder's Paradise. Again, a nice prelude into what this is going to look like. And some of the other game types we're talking about, I think like a 2X, if I'm not mistaken. On the works, let's go ahead and look at this other piece here. On the works, another feature, this is very interesting. We've also started investigating. The investigation is the hardcore and softcore modes from Rust PC. We wanted to mention it so everybody's aware of it, but we're still in the early stages of our investigation. So super, super early, but it's really cool that they're communicating this type of stuff. Yeah, what a cool way to, like, you know, get engaged with everything. So they give us a nice rundown here. Pedro, again, I tip my fedora to you. Chef's kiss. Mwah. The communication's been fantastic, and you guys have been on top of this, and I'm really, really excited. And yeah, we really can't wait for this. Okay, so the last piece here. I'm going to try not to ramble too much, but before we end the devlog, I'd like to share a mini roadmap with all of you and what our next updates look like. Early November, Staging Branch, PTB. Stability Update Release, check. Mid-November, Staging Branch, also known as PTB. Improvements to Builder's Paradise and Target Practice, getting it ready for main release. End of November, Staging Branch, PTB. Releasing the electricity update in stages, or it could slightly change. And we'll kind of talk about that here in a second. End of November, main branch, handpicked stability update release. There's a lot more we want to share with you, but we want to save it for the devlog in November. High five through the internet. Until then, I hope you all have an amazing wipe, and see you on the island. Woo, woo, woo! Dude, yeah, okay, so the rundown here, they kind of did it on the last one. PTB November, Power Surge, custom server events, and stability patch happening on PTB, also known as staging. And then in November, main branch, also known as normal Rust, stability patch and custom event servers, things like Builder's Paradise and aim training. So if you don't have access to PTB, you don't have Deluxe or Ultimate, and you don't have it downloaded, then this is the stuff in yellow and orange are the only things coming for you in November. But they will come for you eventually, just not in November, if that makes sense. And if you have access to all of them, man, this is going to be a landslide of stuff. Like, holy what? Let me go back here. We were talking about the Power Surge update. Yeah, so here's the thing. And again, we'll just touch base on this briefly. So if they're going to bring it in stages, are they going to immediately do, are they breaking up Rust Plus and main electricity? Or is it more simplistic? Because on PC, it initially started with very simplistic electronics, things like power replacement for turrets, lights, and basic battery operation and collection, which again is still going to change the game completely. Oh my goodness. And I think we even had door controllers in the very early on, if I'm not mistaken. We had, like, think 2 more passes and additions to the power system. But either way, Power Surge is going to be a big deal for all of us, and it's going to change the way we play the game. So I'm very excited for this. I got to tell you, kudos to them communicating to us, even though it was a hard communication, I want to say in October, because there was definitely some rocky patches, but it's definitely it's looking well, and things are pulling up and ahead. and things are. We're having a good time playing already. And the, what is it, the I'm like, the Halloween event is still going on, like they said. So hey, it's a good time to get out there and boost and do your thing, and really excited for things that are coming to a conclusion here for the year for November and December. So hey, if you're a solo and you need a cheap base that's no blueprints, no fragments, no metal fragments at all, you can seal this bad boy up and sign out. You could get this thing up in 20 minutes on a wipe. This is the Wedge cheap bunker base. I'll throw it up on the end screen now. And also, if you would like to support the channel, the link for the merch is also there on the end screen. Thank you. I will see you guys in the next one.